This is Dr. Frank Torrelli. Many of you know me as Dr. F.A.T, and F.A.T stands for Fit and Trim. Remember, F.A.T's where it's at. I'm really excited today because we're going to talk about a technology that we've been using in this office for over 4 years. It's called Zyto Technology. Better health at your fingertips. What we utilize with the high technology that has been developed over the years is a hand cradle that's hooked up to a computer with software programming that's incredible. Now, what we've done over the last few minutes, just before we've taken this video, is we scanned Artie. We've done 2 specific scans. We've done the first scan for foods. Now, why would you scan for foods? Well, with this technology, we scan for foods that create stress patterns in the body, and these foods are going to have a higher negative value. In addition, the scan will show what foods are better for you. The results are obvious. If you follow that type of diet, it's going to reduce stress on your body, it's going to improve your immune system, it's going to allow your body to heal, lose weight, etc. These scans are not picking up allergies, they're picking up basically stressors, or sensitivities, and they change. So we've actually done, a month ago, we've done the initial scan that Artie had, and then we did the scan today, and we've seen that some foods stay the same, and that some foods have actually improved. So Artie is now kind of motivated to re-regulate his diet and to improve upon those findings. Now, with the first scan, and Artie's behind this camera right now, Artie, could you tell our audience the benefits that you've experienced from the scan?
Well, with the scan, the type of foods that it showed that it was high negative value, I avoided those foods for a period of time, and by avoiding those foods, it has actually increased my energy level.
Great. And obviously for most of us, energy is at a premium. We need it, between work, kids, the stress pattern, the economy. Energy is something that I value, and I know many of you as my patients or prospective patients value, and that's what we shoot for. So by taking this simple scan, which takes approximately 3 to 5 minutes, we get an enormous amount of information. Now, Zyto has been FDA approved for biocommunication. In other words, we are communicating with the body with a sensoring system that basically gives us information. This is FDA approved. The second scan that we did, and we actually did 2 today, was for body balance. We looked at different organ systems of Art. The first scan, which is the first scan I ever had, showed a lot of different problems. He had 52 biomarkers out of balance, which is typical for a scan. But we teamed it up with a bunch of different homeopathic formulas, and he needed 5 homeopathic formulas to balance his body. When we looked at the scan, we noticed that even though he was balanced, one particular problem did not clear up, and that was a T6 mid-thoracic subluxation. In other words, that was a misalignment in his middle back that would not clear up with the supplements. Now, many supplements will actually clear up how your spine functions. If you eat better, your body functions better. But with these supplements, T6 did not correct. So what we did is we used the arthrostim, which is right behind him. We stood him up and we did what I call a standing adjustment, and we checked. T6 was severely misaligned. We adjusted T6 with the arthrostim. We continued with some of our video work that we're doing right now, and then we rescanned Artie. And what happened is his scan improved by 32 points. In other words, instead of 53 problems, it only showed 20. All of his organ systems went down to normal. That's the power of a chiropractic adjustment. In addition, it showed he only needed 3 supplements instead of 5. So in the long run, more specific, this is what he really needed with the adjustment, but it's going to save him money. So very excited about this, and now we're going to go over the scans very briefly so you have an idea exactly what it is that we're doing in the office when we do the Zyto scan. All right, we have Artie here. He's going to display.
Hi, everybody.
Here's Artie up there, where he's going to display how the cradle is hooked up to the body. Go ahead, Artie. You place your hands on the cradle, and this instrument is hooked up to our computer with all the software in. And he's already done 3 scans today, and a month ago he did a 4th scan for the food. So he's done a food scan in September, and today he's done 1 food scan and 2 full body scans. And we'll explain, like we did earlier, what the effect was on that chiropractic adjustment for the second scan. Hi everybody, this is Dr. Frank Torrelli again. What we see here with the Zyto Technology is a typical food scan, and this is the food scan that Artie did today. And we did the advanced food scan, which was a little more elaborate. It covers over 445 different foods and additives. And so just to give you an example, what we're looking at is, again, these are additives, and these are the negative additives. In other words, like acetic acid, citric acid, potassium methyl sulfate. This is they put this in wine. Sodium benzoate. A lot of different additives and preservatives. He's got some poor readings on these, and the higher the negative value, the more stressful that product is. By the way, acetic acid is actually in vinegar. We're looking at beans here, legumes, and we see that he's got some beans. His rating's not too high, it's only a -4. But if we were to compare the fava beans, which is an Italian bean, I'm fond of fava beans, he would be better off taking and doing lentils or cannelli beans, okay, because they have a better reading. So we're not going to elaborate on this. We're going to go down to the bottom. All these different foods are in there. It's incredible the amount of information we get. Remember, this information gathering is FDA approved. We are looking at the top 30 foods. So Artie is going to concentrate on this list of foods, the foods that he may be eating that might be causing some stress on his immune system and affecting his energy. And he's picked out a couple foods that he's going to eliminate. One of them is avocados. He's been eating a lot of them. And sometimes when we overeat foods, we'll become sensitized to them because we're just overdoing it. So he's going to take a break from avocado. As good as avocado is for you, it is creating a stress pattern at this point in his diet. Okay. All right, we're going to go to his first body scan, which was taken about an hour ago. And this is very typical of an initial scan. He's got 53 biomarkers out of range. In other words, you'll see a lot of these red dots. The green ones are the good ones, the red ones are the bad ones. These are all different markers that the Zyto will check on the body. Okay. Now, it took him basically 5 different supplements to get in gear to correct these imbalances. Now, this shows us where the organ systems are. Now, I'm not going to elaborate too much on it, but basically anything that's yellow or red is in trouble. These systems are stressed. It doesn't mean you got cancer. It doesn't mean you're going to die from this. It just means that system during this this test, those systems are under tension. Okay, they're working harder than they should be, and really nothing is balanced here. Even the lower readings here, like the pineal gland and the prostate and the spleen, they're still a little off. We want everything to be as close to 0 as possible. I mean, very close, but it's still not perfect. Parathyroid gland is the highest reading gland right now. It is under the most stress. This controls calcium metabolism in the body. Very important. If you get a lot of cramps, you feel stiff a lot, your parathyroid gland could be malfunctioning. What we alluded to with the beginning of the video is that with those 5 supplements, it shows a corrective pattern. And what did not correct is this T6 right here. It stayed imbalanced. So whenever I see there's a chiropractor after a Zyto scan, I know that that vertebrae has to be adjusted. It will not correct chemically. It has to be corrected mechanically. So we adjusted Artie a few minutes after we saw this. We stood him up. We used the arthrostim. We tapped. We adjusted T6. We realigned it. We balanced it. We released the tension around it. And what we want to show now is the effects of what T6 did on his second. Here we go. If you remember, his first baseline had 53 biomarkers out of range. Within 1 hour, that adjustment corrected 23 or 33 biomarkers. So we are going to use this scan to give him the supplements his body needs. So this month, Artie is going to be on Ultra Greens pH, Joint Ease, and Spinal Major Nerve. These are all products that help with the pH of the body, helps remove acids out of the body, and basically his joints and his nerves, which basically is his biggest complaint. You know, a little stiffness, that's your pH factor, and then some joint problems, that's from all the heavy lifting. Artie is a weightlifter. He loves a bodybuilding weightlift. So we've been working with this over the last hour or so to show you these videos, but we've gotten a lot of good information that Artie can use over the next month, and perhaps we'll do another Zyto next month and show you what has transpired in that time as far as how Artie's been doing. Okay. Now, what we really want to look at is now the organ systems. If you remember with the first scan, we had a bunch of organ systems out to the right there, yellow and red. Where are they? There's much better balance here. And that is from a T6 adjustment. That T6 adjustment reduced a lot of stress on Artie's immune system and his nervous system. And the Zyto has been able to pick that up with this display. So a lot of information has been gained, and you'll see that T6 is perfectly fine. It's balanced now. And remember, the body is in a state of constant influx and change. Also, we're looking at his meridian systems. He only has 3 meridian systems that are imbalanced. On the first scan, it was about 8. So just with the chiropractic adjustment, we have corrected so many different things. And I didn't really mean, this wasn't meant for the video, but it just turned up, and if I see a problem, I fix it no matter what. And this is what we did. So Artie's going to probably sleep great tonight and have even more energy tomorrow. There we go. Hi everyone, this is Dr. Frank Torrelli again. What I'd like to do is recap very briefly the Zyto experience, the video that you've just seen. Again, this is basically better health at your fingertips, where we are going to use an FDA-approved technology that gains information about your body that otherwise would not be found. Blood work is very important, but sometimes blood work will miss certain aspects that we need to know and that we can correct utilizing homeopathic or nutritional supplements. In addition, because this test is very quick, it's also cost-effective and economic. As you know, or may not know, many times therapies that are based on functional medicine that correct the problem can become very costly. So we've used Zyto as a kind of a competitive edge with the blood work to find out exactly what it is you need, whether it's homeopathic or nutritional, prescribe it, have you take it, and then follow through with a program that will bring you closer to your healthcare goals. So thank you. If you have any information, contact us. Look us up on the website. We have a little bit more information on that, and we'd be happy to share the Zyto experience with you. Thank you and have a great day.